All right, starting with part 2 of the study guide on page 30, number 19, just FYI, the bell's about to ring, so you're about to hear it ring. If ABCD is a rectangle, AD equals 9, AC equals 22. It's this long piece right here. The measure of BCA, this whole BCA, this angle right here, is 66 degrees. All right, so first find BC. Hopefully you said that that was 9, because if this side is 9, this side is also 9. All right, AB. So in order to find AB, we have to use Pythagorean theorem, and we have this right triangle. This is 9. This is 22, and we're looking for a short side, so we are subtracting. So 22 squared minus 9 squared equals C squared. 22 squared minus 9 squared equals C squared. And then we take the square root of that. Square root of 403 gives us 20.1. So C equals 20.1. So AB is 20.1, which means that DC is also 20.1. All right, wants to know what BD is. If AC is 22, that means that BD is also 22. Bye, hon. Have a good day. And then also, if AC is 22, each one of these small pieces is 11. All right, knowing that, now let's figure out what the angles are. First of all, if this side of this angle is 60, let's find ADC. ADC. What is that angle? ADC. Hopefully you said it was 90 degrees because each one of these corners is 90 degrees. Find BAC. Okay. BAC. If this one is 66, that means that this one right here is 66. And we know that these two angles added together equal 90. So 90 minus 66 is equal to 24 degrees. So BAC is 24 degrees. CDB. CDB. If this piece is 66, then that means this piece is also 66. And if that piece is 66, then that means that this piece down here is also 24. So CDB is also 24. And then AEB is this angle right here in the middle. If this piece is 24 and this piece is 24, you know that all three of those angles have to add together to be 180. 180 minus 24 is equal to 132. All right, let's take a look at number 20. If PQRS is a rectangle and PR equals 9x plus 1 and QS equals 13x minus 11, find TR. First of all, we know that TR is half of PR, okay? TR is equal to PR divided by 2. So if we know what PR is, we'll be able to find TR. We know that PR is this diagonal and QS is this diagonal. Those two diagonals are equal to each other. So if we set them equal and we figure out what X is, we can plug it back in and find TR. So go ahead, solve this problem all the way through and tell me what TR is now. So we should have done 9x plus 1 equals 13x minus 11. Subtract 9x from both sides and you get 4x. Add 11 to both sides and you get 12. Divide by 3 and divide by 4 and x is equal to 3. Well, then we can plug that back into to PR and divide it by 2 to find TR. So 9 times 4 plus 1, that's equal to 37. So that's PR. Divide that by 2 and we get 18.5. All right. Now let's take a look at number 21. All right, number 21, DEFG is a rectangle. Angle DEG is 4x minus 5. That's this piece right here, 4x minus 5. Angle FGE, which is FGE, which is this angle down here, is 6x minus 21. Find the measure of DGE. So we're looking for this other piece right here. Well, we know that these two angles have to add up to be 90. So if we can figure out what x is, we can plug it in and then subtract from 90 to find DGE.
This is your 1 minute bus warning. You have 1 minute to catch your bus. All the buses are
All right, so what we should have done is
bus.
6x minus 21 equals 4x minus 5 because those two pieces are equal to each other. Subtract 4x from both sides and you get 2x. Add 21 to both sides and you get 16. Divide by 2 and x is equal to 8. Plug that back in here. 6 times 8 minus 21. 6 times 8 is 48 minus 21 is 27. Now, the angle that it's asking us for is equal to 9, or the angle that it's asking us for and this angle are equal to 90 together. So if we do 90 minus 27, we get 63 degrees for that angle that we're looking for. All right, now let's look at topic 6 on rhombi and squares. Number 22, if JKLM is a rhombus, find each angle. All right, now rhombus are pretty easy to do. Remember that because all 4 of the sides are equal and all of these make right triangles in the middle. So remember, all of these have to add up to be 90. So if this side is 36, that means that this side down here is also 36. Okay? Then these two pieces right here have to add up to be 90. So 90 minus 36 is equal to 54. So this piece is 54. And if this piece is 54, this piece is also 54. All right. So it is asking us for that these two pieces are also equal to each other because these angles are bisected. So if this piece is 54, this piece is also 54. If this piece is 36, this piece is also 36. If this piece is 54, this piece is also 54. And if this piece is 36, this piece is also 36. Go ahead and fill in these angles now. So we should have gotten that JKL is 36 plus 36, which is 72 degrees. MLK is 54 plus 54, which is 108 degrees. JMK is this piece right here, so it's 36 degrees. MJL is this piece right here, so it's 54 degrees. And KNL is this piece in the middle here, and anything in the middle is 90 degrees. All right, take a look at number 23. Using JKLM from the previous question, if MN is 20, which is that piece in the middle, right here, outlined in blue, and JL is 26, find JK. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to redraw this. I don't like drawing on that picture. All right, if MN is 20, that's this piece right here. And if this piece is 20, that means that this piece is also 20. If JL is 26, that means that each piece is 13. And it wants us to find JK right here. So use your Pythagorean theorem and find that now. Hopefully you realize that that is a long side because we're looking at something like this, 13, 20, and we're looking for the long side. So we should have done 20 squared plus 13 squared equals c squared. And 20 squared plus 13 squared is 569 equals c squared. Square root both of those. And that's equal to 23.9. All right, 24 and 25. On number 24, it says find the measure of SVU. SVU is this entire angle down here. which is equal to this entire angle up here. So if we know what this entire angle is, we'll be able to know what this one is. Well, we know that those two are equal to each other because they're bisected angles. So set those equal, solve for x, plug back in, and tell me what angle SVU is. So we should have done 9x minus 43 equals 5x plus 1, subtracted 5x from both sides and gotten 4x, added 43 to both sides and gotten 44, divided by 4 and gotten x equals 11. But we're not done yet. Plug that back in. 5 times 11 plus 1 gives us 55 plus 1, which is 56. So if this piece is 56, that means that this piece is 56, which means the whole thing together is 56 plus 56, which is 112 degrees. And if that one is 112 degrees, then this one is also 112 degrees. All right, number 25. If ABCD is a rhombus and AD equals 4x plus 2, that's this side right here, and DC equals 7x minus 13, find AE. So AE is this little half piece right here. All right, so first of all, and BD equals 34. So if BD equals 34, that's this whole diagonal. That means each one of these pieces are 17. So now we know that we can use Pythagorean theorem to find out what AE is. So we set up our little right triangle, but we have to solve for x first. Now, in a rhombus, all 4 of these sides are equal to each other, which means those two are equal. So we set those equal to each other. 4x plus 2 equals 7x minus 13. Go ahead, solve for x, then use your Pythagorean theorem to find AE and give me the final answer for what AE equals now. Should have subtracted 4x from both sides and gotten 3x here equals 15 on this side by adding 13. Divide by 3 and x equals 5. Now, in order for me to answer this question, I have to use my right triangle. I know that one side is 17. I know I'm looking for the other side. And the long side, I got to plug in that 5. So 4x, so 4 times 5 plus 2, 20 plus 2 is 22. Now, to figure out what AE is, I use my Pythagorean theorem. I'm looking for a short side, so I subtract. 22 squared minus 17 squared equals a squared. 22 squared minus 17 squared equals 195. And the square root of 195 is 13.96, so 14. So AE is equal to 14. All right, let's go to page 31. We are not doing topic 7, so you can omit that. Omit topic 7. All right, number 26. If WXYZ is a square, find each angle. Now remember, all of these little angles are 45 degrees. All of those little angles are 45, and all of the angles in the middle are 90. All right, so WXY is this whole corner up here. That's 90 degrees. XZY is this angle down here. That one's 45 degrees. Which answer below shows these last 3 answers in order? All right, hopefully you chose that the first angle measure, WXZ is also 45. WRZ is this middle angle, so it's 90. And XWY is also this little angle, so it's 45. So hopefully you chose the answer choice that was 45, 90, 45. All right, using WXYZ from the previous question, if WY equals 32, so that's this diagonal right here, if that's 32, and again, I'm going to draw my little picture because I don't like writing over other pictures. If this whole piece is 32, that means each one of those little pieces is 16. And that means these pieces are 16 also, because they're all equal. Okay, find xy. Xy is this piece. So we're looking for the long piece of that right triangle. So go ahead, use your Pythagorean theorem and find that long piece now. All right, hopefully 16, 16, and we don't know. So we should have added 16 squared plus 16 squared equals c squared. 16 squared should have given us 512 equals c squared, square root, and that gives us 22.6 for that side. All right, next is trapezoids. So let's take a look at the trapezoids down here. All right, so we've got 104 here and 41 here. Remember that these two pieces have to add up to be 180, and these two pieces have to add up to be 180. So 180 minus 104 will give us angle S, which is, hopefully you chose 76 degrees. And then find angle Q. 180 minus 41 is 139 degrees. So hopefully you put that for angle Q. All right, in number 32, we have an isosceles trapezoid. When we have an isosceles trapezoid, that means that this angle is equal to this angle, and this angle here is equal to this angle here. But it is still true that these two have to equal 180, and these two have to equal 180. Find E, F, G, and give me the correct order for those angles. Hopefully you did 180 minus 117 equals 63 degrees for angle E. And if angle E is 63, angle F is 63. And then if angle F is 63, angle G has to be 117. All right, last page. Page 32. All right, for number 33, in this trapezoid, we know that these two angles have to add to be 180 degrees because they're on the opposite parallel sides. Notice how they're on the opposite parallel pieces, so they add to be 180. All right, so go ahead, solve for the measure of angle H now. So these should add to be 180, so 5x plus 26 plus 8x minus 2 equals 180. Combine like terms, 5x plus 8x is 13x. 26 minus 2 is plus 24 equals 180. Subtract 24 from both sides, and you get 156, so 13x equals 156. Divide that by 13. And you get that x equals 12, but we're not done yet. Angle H is equal to 8 times 12 minus 2. 8 times 12 minus 2. So angle H is 94 degrees. All right, 5 to go. All right, in number 34, we have an isosceles trapezoid. In an isosceles trapezoid, these two angles up here are equal to each other, and then these two angles have to add up to be 180. Knowing that, go ahead and solve for angle M now. In order to solve for angle M, we first have to know what x is, and we know that these two are equal to each other. So 8x minus 23 is equal to 6x plus 11. Subtract 6x from both sides and get 2x. Add 23 to both sides and get 34. Divide by 2, and x equals 17. Plug that back in. 8 times 17 minus 23. 8 times 17 minus 23. $113. So angle J is 113 degrees. To find angle M, we do 180 minus 113. So angle M is equal to 67 degrees. All right, number 35. In number 35, we're looking to find angle G. Well, remember, this is an isosceles trapezoid. So angle G is equal to whatever angle F is. Well, in order for it to find angle F, we need to know what X is. Remember, these two angles are across from each other, so they have to add up to be 180 degrees. Go ahead and solve for angle G now. So you should have done 4x minus 7 plus 11x minus 8 equals 180 degrees. Combine like terms. 15x minus 15 equals 180. Add 15 to both sides. 15x equals 195. Divide by 15, and 195 divided by 15 is 13. But we're not done yet. We plug it back in here. 11 times 13 minus 8. 11 times 13 is 143. Minus 8 is 135. So angle G equals 135. All right, in number 36, WY is 15x minus 2. WY is this diagonal right here. XZ is 9x plus 10. That's that piece right there. And we want to find WY. So we want to find X and plug it back in right there. In an isosceles trapezoid, because of those two lines, those diagonals are equal to each other. So set them equal, solve for X, and plug it back in to find WY. So we should have done 15x minus 2 equals 9x plus 10. Subtract 9x from both sides. We get 6x. Add 2, and we get 12. Divide by 6, and x is equal to 2. Then plug it back in to find WY. 15 times 2 minus 2 is 30 minus 2. So WY is 28. Last two. All right, we need to find AB, so that means we need to find whatever 5x plus 7 is, but in order to know that, we have to know what x is. Remember the rule, the mid-segment, which is 63, is equal to add those together and divide by 2. So 5x plus 7 plus 8x minus 11, all divided by 2. I'm going to go ahead and multiply times 2. And I'm going to let you solve this from here. If we take 63 times 2, that makes 126. Those 2's cancel. Equals 5x plus 7 plus 8x minus 11. Go ahead and solve that for x and plug it back in to find AB now. So we should have gotten 126 is equal to 5x plus 8x is 13x. Plus 7 minus 11 is minus 4. Add 4 to both sides, and you should get 130 equals 13x. Divide by 13, and x equals 10. But we're not done yet. AB equals 5 times 10 plus 7. That's 50 plus 7, which is 57. All right, last problem. Find YZ. So we're going to do the exact same thing, except this time we're looking for this piece. All right. So the middle piece, 5x plus 1, equals 2x plus 7 plus 19, all divided by 2. Go ahead and solve for YZ now. So we should have multiplied everything times 2, because those 2's cancel. Distributed my 2 here, and gotten 10x plus 2, and it equals all of this stuff up here. 2x plus 7 plus 19. Combine like terms. 10x plus 2 equals 2x plus 26. Subtract 2x, get 8x. Subtract 2 equals 24. Divide by 8, and x equals 3. Plug it back in. 5 times 3 plus 1, and YZ is equal to 16. All right. Hopefully you did well on the study guide, and you will look over it before the test on Friday. Have a great Red Devil Day.